Work is well underway at this vaccine manufacturing facility in Melbourne. 1 million doses are expected to roll off the production line every week from late March. But until then, these vials are a finite commodity.
We're not protecting ourselves against any specific country, and we're not in competition or in a race against any country. The only race we're in is against this virus.
The European Union has introduced export controls on vaccines manufactured on its shores to ensure enough supplies for its citizens first. The bloc is locked in a public feud with AstraZeneca, claiming the drug company is failing to meet its supply contract. It's also in a dispute with Pfizer after vaccine production slowed down at its plant in Belgium.
Commitment needs to be kept, and contracts are binding. Advanced purchase agreements need to be respected.
Australia is among around 100 countries that could be affected. Some poorer nations are exempt from the new rule, including parts of Northern Africa and the Middle East. But the World Health Organization has expressed its dismay.
If we hoard vaccines and if we're not sharing, there will be a catastrophic moral failure.
Despite the fears, Australian officials are optimistic.
The government remains on track for a late February commencement of the Pfizer vaccine rollout, commencing with the availability of approximately 80,000 doses of the Pfizer vaccine per week.
The AstraZeneca jab hasn't been approved for domestic use yet, but if it is, around 1.2 million doses will be sent from overseas in March. Another 2.6 million doses of that vaccine are supposed to be shipped to Australia, but no dates have been locked in.
All deliveries are, of course, subject to global production and shipping processes. The projections which we have are cautious and conservative.
The opposition says the government is already falling behind on its own distribution timeline.
Even if there wasn't an issue with the European Union, we would still not be getting 4 million doses in Australia by the end of March.
The government insists Australia is in a strong position because we have the ability to make vaccines locally. Today, the nation recorded its 13th day in a row of no new COVID cases, the longest run since March. And whilst Australia isn't entirely protected from overseas vaccine supply shocks, the government still expects that any Australian who wants a vaccine will get one before the end of October. Noor Haider, ABC News, Canberra.